Hi, this is Mark from Skywagon University. Today we're going to be not flying, not talking about model years, we're going to be talking about the corrosion problem that some early Moonies have on their tubular steel frame. This will be posted in more detail on the site, but it's the Inspection of Fuselage Tubular Structure Service Bulletin, Mooney Aircraft Corporation. It's called the Service Bulletin 208A and B. And the actual wording is, all M20 series aircraft manufactured prior to January 1st, 1976. And then it gets into a lot of detail. This is the 78. So look at them all. But if a plane has lived in a damp environment, it's been rained on, its windows aren't sealed, and it has the old type of insulation between the interior and the exterior skin that can get wet, you could have this corrosion issue. So, getting close up on it. When this has its skin on, obviously it's here. Water will run down, particularly this side because there's a door over there. The water will run down here and go under the skin, inside the plane, into the tubes. Now there's a tube missing from here. In fact, to illustrate that more clearly, if you don't know about Mooney structure, that is what this fuselage looks like. Here's the windshield. Here's the engine mount. Here's the rear seats, cabin top. They have a tubular steel frame inside them, which is here. So currently this tube here, tube, in Britain we say tube. This tube here is missing. There's another vertical one, there's others here. I mean, there's quite a few. This area, here they are. So if you look closely, this is a little bit of rust right there. You can see it internally. Corrosion on the outside, and quite a lot has been removed just to be safe. So they're being replaced, and to do it you must de-skin the side of the plane. There's no cutting involved. It's de-riveted, 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 skin off. It's not cheap. This fix is probably 10 grand, but when the water runs down inside here, if it's been left outside uncovered or in the rain or in a humid environment, the water will then sit against the insulation, much like in the overhead of a 210's carry-through spar, and the dampness against the metal will cause rust, because this is steel. So if your plane has been in a hangar, been undercover, been in California, Arizona, Nevada, been dry, it won't have this issue. So this is an extreme scenario. Water sits against it and it rusts. So to inspect it, Service Bulletins 208A and B. You can get into the detail of it on this because I'm not going to read 7 whole pages of the detail of it. But bottom line is, there's access to this tubular frame by going in the back, under the seat, into an inspection panel. You remove a 5/16 bolt, take it out, and you put a magnet in it and pull the magnet out and see if there's any rust and iron filings on it. If there isn't, you're good. If there is, then you go to part B and you have to act on it with various corrosion proofings and then inspect it visually. And there's a certain percentage coverage, a certain thickness of wall, a certain cleaning off level of cleanliness that is allowed, and then you can zinc chromate it and paint it and treat it. If it's gone right through like here, obviously you've got to remove it and replace it and do this. So when you're buying a Mooney, even if it's newer than January 1st, 76, and it's been in a damp environment, you should conduct this inspection. Because you never I saw this one being done. I thought, wow, what a fantastic opportunity. I've never seen a Mooney with its skin off. So, I mean, just have a good close-up look at all the detail in that. That is why they're so strong when they're not corroded. That's why they're such a strong airframe. In comparison with reality, here's the diagram of this side. That's the door side. That's the other side. That's this side. So here's engine, windshield, and here are these tubes. So this one, in its inspection, had corrosion on these spots. So you can see how many tubes have been cut out. But there'll be a bigger view of this for more detail, but if you download it from the link we post, you can read all the details about it in a lot more closer inspection. So if you're buying a Mooney, have a pre-purchase done, especially if it's lived in a damp environment. Tubes start here and end whether you see them end there. Beyond that is just skins and ribs like a Cessna. So it's just this frame area here. Now the thing I would recommend to prevent it happening, once you've done it, you do part A, you do part B, you do corrosion proofing, you treat it, and it's gone, or if you don't have it at all, seal the windows. Seal the windows on every plane. So all you've got to do is you mask a millimeter, whatever that is, 1/8 of an inch onto the paint and 1/8 of an inch onto the window, and then you put black sealant on it, and then peel it when wet, and it leaves a beautiful crisp line. I mean, this has had it done. You can see it here. This has had it done, but it's obviously over time it's come off. But if you do that regularly, Cessnas, Pipers, Beeches, Moonies, don't let water get into the internal structure of the plane. And once it's been done, it's done. But this is like an annual inspection that could become an AD. So just a word of advice from a Mooney owner. I looked at mine, it's fine. This was a good opportunity. So Mark at Skywagons, just doing a quick, Skywagons University, just doing a quick video on this because it was an opportunity here at the airport. If you liked it, subscribe on the link, little bell, and we'll be doing a lot more in the future. We've got one coming out on a very rare Polish military trainer coming up. We've got a few others coming up, but it's busy here, so we're trying to squeeze them in. But thanks for watching.